Hey guys, so I'm holding my webcam right now, so in case you guys want to see proof, there it is. It's holding it. It's got a long extension, as you can tell. But I wanted to come on here because I was just watching Irate Gamer. He was doing a video, kind of Irate the 80s kind of video on the Batman serial because The Flash came out. Got to give a shout out to him for this inspiration. So I figured I'd show you some of the Batman stuff I have, as well as give you guys a little bit of an idea, a little bit of a trip down memory lane as far as me being a kid. And I think I've talked about it before. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this right now is because I got to show you some of the stuff that's hanging on my wall. The figures, that is, that I have. So, let me untangle that, make sure. So up here, I don't know if you can see it very well. But up here we have Batman, Superman from when the Batman v Superman came out, next to Superman. So I have that up there, and then over here I have the Dark Knight Returns Batman figure right there. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's right there, and next to another Batman v Superman, the armored Batman. And then a Son of Batman for the 30th anniversary of The Dark Knight Returns. That's that one and that one. Those figures came out for the 30th anniversary of The Dark Knight Returns along with the Superman. But that one, of course, like I said, the Dark Knight. And then that one, Son of Batman. And so on. Now, hold on while I put this over here. Try to adjust this and everything. And, hold on, guys. To wrap this over here, make this a little easier for me and anybody else that's watching. No, come on. There we go. Just gotta straighten it out a little bit, hopefully, so you guys can see that. Hopefully that's all good with you guys. Hold on. Okay, got that. All right. So yeah, I just want to make sure you guys can see well. And again, you can probably see it in the background too. Like I said, those two that I have, that one and that one and that one, and of course the Son of Batman, and then the ones I just showed you on the other side. But I also have some other Batman stuff as well. But just a little history. I've always been a fan of Batman since I was a kid and everything. And just to let you guys know, what you will see here, I don't have everything out. I do have at least a couple of volumes, DVD volumes of, Batman, the animated series. I do have the complete series of Batman Beyond. I've shown these before in videos and everything. But that's about it. I'm going to try to get the Blu-ray version of the complete series of Batman down the line because that's a must-have, obviously. I also, matter of fact, let me see if I can bring it out here. This here is the Sunsoft version, the Sunsoft Game Boy version of Batman, the video game when it came out to tie in with the movie. So that's the video game right there. And then, of course, over here, packed away, I have the NES game as well, along with my other NES titles. My other NES cartridge games, I should say, and one of them is Batman, Batman, the one that, like I said, the NES version of the Sunsoft game that I just showed you, and that's about it for those that I can't physically show you right now because of the fact that they are packed away, in a sense that's going to be a little difficult to get to. Those that I did get to, I could pretty much just, put back and everything because they're like right off the shelves and all that. But anyway, let's get into some of the things I do have. First of all, we're going to look at some of the collectibles that I do have. I showed you already. In fact, I'll probably just pull it out for a little nostalgic sake in a minute. It's the only one I can actually get a hold of. And everything, I should say. I was just looking at some But here, these are all from Hot Wheels. And when I was working at Target, there was a lot of people buying these up. Obviously for collecting, as well as to sell at flea markets and pop-ups, pop-up events and everything that happen monthly. So here we have from the classic TV series, the 1961, we have the classic TV Batcopter. We have that. So I ended up getting that when I think I was looking at Walmart when I got that one. As well as I ended up getting this one as well at Walmart. Most of these I got at Walmart, so so I ended up getting them. This is from the Dark Knight Rises. This is the Dark Knight Rises. So we got that one. And then of course I got before I show you that one, I got Batman Begins. I got the one from Batman Begins as well. And when I noticed people were buying these, one person, I think customer, told me that, oh, they're still back there, you just got to find them. And just like I would do with anything that I wanted to get when I was working at these stores, I would try to hide them so that I would have access to them later on, hopefully. So here we have the Batmobile from Batman Begins, from Batman Begins and everything. And here we have the 1989 Batmobile, right here, 1989 one. So we have that one as well. So that was pretty nice to get. And there's 6 of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6. Because the reason I say I have 5 out of 6 is because I also have this one. This is the Hot Wheels classic. This is the Hot Wheels version of the classic TV series Batmobile. Right there. So that's really nice to have in the collection. Really happy to have that. And then, if I'm right about where I put it, well, I kind of put it where I can get it. Hold on. I kind of. Oh, great. No, that was lovely. Have to fix that in a minute. I'm gonna put that over here. But I also have this one as well, the classic Batman. This is from Hollywood Rides. I ended up getting this when I was looking at Walmart and stuff. So hold on for a sec, guys. I gotta fix something here for a moment. Gotta fix something. I'll take care of it in a. Oh, hold on. It's gonna bug me a little bit. There go my games and everything. So yeah, hold on, guys. Like I said, it's gonna bug me a bit if I don't fix this. It's gonna bug me for quite some time. But to get over there. Have to pick up some of my pony Funkos, if you will. And also, like I said, fix up a few things here. Do apologize for all this. I think that's about good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Little bit of an interruption there. Didn't mean for that to happen the way it did. But that's what happens when you collect a lot. You're gonna make a mess once in a while, and you just gotta work around it. Oh, of course, my Robotech one as well. Like I say, you just gotta work around it and all that. But there we go. Like I said, sorry for that. Sorry about that. Just have to adjust things and everything. Alright. So where was I? Oh yeah. I got that though, like I said, at Walmart. Now we're going to get into some movies. And of course, oh yeah, I don't want to forget that one either, but I'll get that. Hold on. Hopefully not another situation, but I don't want to forget that. Of course, Butterfingers. Okay, what was I talking about that again, guys? Here we have the classic Batman the movie, the one that was based on the television series of the 1960s. Got that. So I have this one, which is really cool to have. Then, like I said, getting into some movies, we have, of course, the Robert Pattinson one, The Batman, on 4K. Got that. And of course, got Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and then The Dark Knight Rises with the lithographic cover. That's really cool. So I got that. And then, from a classic perspective, if I get these all in order, we have The Batman. Oh, we have the 89 Batman. We have Batman Returns. Batman Forever. We have that one. And of course, Batman and Robin, all having a unique, like, little design to go along with them and everything. So, pretty cool. Gonna put those back where I got them, hopefully without any issues. Then, of course, had to get this because it combines both of my favorites. We have Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Had to get that. It was part of the Batman 80th anniversary. So I had to get that as well. And then, next up, got several of the DC animated universe movies. So we have some of the first ones here. We have Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. To put that, I'll put it right here. Kind of got to put it back in order. We have Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, and everything. So we have that one. Then of course I had to get this the deluxe edition of the Dark Knight Returns adaptation. It's both movies combined into one, so I like that. Got Batman Under the Red Hood, and this is when they started to do the little shorts that they were adding to it. Then we have Son of Batman. We have Son of Batman, had to get that one. Then we have Batman Assault on Gotham. Had to get that. Then we have Batman Hush. And then we have Batman Gotham by Gaslight. So, yeah, I have those, and like I said, I gotta put them back how I got them. Kind of back in order, if you will. Trying to think, how did I have this? Oh, wait a minute. What? Put it this way. I think I had it that way. And everything. Yeah, I think I had it this way. Just making sure. Okay, so up next we have Batman versus Robin. This is one of the gift sets that my job and other places was selling. And it includes a Batman figure in there, which is really cool. So I got that. Then of course I had to get this, depending on how you feel about it though. We have Batman the Killing Joke. And again, depending on how you feel about it, still had to add that to the collection. And then of course we have Batman Bad Blood. Had to get that as well. Add that to the collection. Trying to see which one went where. I think it was like in between. There we go. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Wait a minute, actually, Bad Blood, and I have to switch over with Batman versus Robin, because that came kind of continuity-wise after Son of Batman. So I have to switch that over to that. And then other movies I have here are, let's see, Batman Ninja, the anime that they did, which I saw, and it's really good that they did it in this style. So Batman Ninja, got that one. Then we have Batman, the Soul of the Dragon, so I have that. Then, of course, had to get this one, Batman the Long Halloween, Part 1, right here. And then, of course, the Long Halloween, Part 2, but I got it on a steelbook. And what's interesting is that a lot of these have the DC thing on the side. This steelbook version kind of interrupts that a little bit. And what's even more interesting, I don't even think people kind of piece this together. Look at this. I don't know if people piece this together or not, but look at that. I think if I can get that together, look. Kind of like, let's see, it's even it. Yeah, side by side, look at that. It's almost like a collage right there. But yeah, I ended up getting those and everything. So let's see if I get this right now. And I know I interrupted it just a bit. Yeah, there we go. And just to throw it in there, I do have this as well, Catwoman Hunted. So I have that. And of course I have Injustice and the Justice League Dark movies and all that have Batman, but that's a little too much if you know what I mean. And the Injustice League, the Injustice movie adaptation. Then, video game wise, outside of the Game Boy game I showed you, as well as the NES game that I don't want to dig out right now. Video game wise, of course, I have Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition on Xbox 360. I have Batman Arkham Asylum 3D compatible and everything. 3D compatible. I don't think it came with the glasses or anything. No, it didn't. But yeah, 3D compatible. And if you want to know how people feel about 3D, watch some of Angry Joe's earlier reviews. He's not a fan of 3D. And that's the Game of the Year edition, by the way. Then we have, of course, the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Had to put that in there because it's got Batman in it. It prominently has them. I mean, like I said, I know the Justice League movies and everything, the animated ones, they have them too, but it's a little too much for me to get into right now. I don't know why that's in here. To put that back. Then here we have Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition for the PS4 and Injustice 2. And then I thought I grabbed it. I guess I grabbed the wrong one. I should grab the other one too. But I don't want to put that upside down. Get in there. Trying to make sure I don't have nothing else to show you. Okay, I think that's about right. I think so. Make sure. Yeah. So the other games I have outside of those, Batman Arkham Knight and Batman the Tall Tale series. So yeah, those are the Batman games that I have in my collection, as I speak, or games that have Batman in them, as I speak and everything. So yeah, I have those games and everything. So I can just put this in there. And the other ones I'll take care of in a little bit. Hold on. But yeah, those are the ones I have. I'm trying to make sure I don't have anything else to show you here. Besides the Justice League stuff. But, yeah, that's about it for all the things I have Batman-wise. And like I said earlier, I've been a fan of Batman since I was a kid. I always remember... Hold on for a sec. I had to turn the cooler on. It's getting a little warm. But like I said, I remember being a kid watching the Batman television series with Adam West in syndication. I remember it came on, I think it was on, I don't know what channel it was on. I think syndication-wise, I think it may have been on KICU 36. And I think it was also on KBHK. But it was on at times where it was kind of like in between the end of weekday morning cartoon block, like before school block and all that, and it was kind of, like I said, it was kind of right in between of the before school block, it was kind of in between the before school animated block and the after school animated block. So it was like right in between on certain stations, like I said, KBHK, which is KBCW now, and KICU 36. It was on one of those channels. I remember watching it, and it would always come on like immediately after my mom homeschooled me, and it was one of the things I would watch along with Superbook and some other shows. So yeah, I've always been a fan, and I remember when they were advertising the Batman, the 1989 movie. Me and my family automatically knew we were going to go see it, so we went to the theater. Mostly, it was not the theater; it was the drive-through in Turlock. It was a drive-through in Turlock. We lived in Waterford at the time, so we went to a drive-through in Turlock. I can't remember what the drive-through's name was. Maybe people in Turlock, if you're watching this, you might remember. But I remember watching the movie with them, the '89 movie, on the big screen. And I think we did go and see, and this was probably before my and that actually when I think about it, it was right after my family, mostly my mom and my sisters, came back from Kansas after just staying there 24 hours, traveling there for about a week, and then seeing the house we were going to live in. It was like, yeah, screw this, we're out. And that's a whole nother story. Because my dad, despite how, me and my mom and my sisters may feel about what he's done and everything in the past, he always tried his best for us, and he obviously tried his best to get us a better living out there, more cheaper, more safer living. But that house was just like, yeah, that house was not going to do it, Although we ended up staying in there anyway a year later because, because my dad basically tried his best to get us something, of a house in Topeka, right across from the high school, but it just didn't work out, and the people that my dad was paying to fix it up pretty much ripped him off, and yeah, the house kind of also gave my mom some vibes of a funeral home, just the way it was just, designed. But anyway, after that first attempt, when we came back, I remember we went to the theaters and saw the second Batman Returns. And then for me, I remember, I think it was around 95, I saw Batman Forever in the theaters. I think I may have been with my dad. I think my dad was watching a movie, I don't know what it was. And I decided to go see Batman Forever. And I did. And then when I saw Batman and Robin, I saw that it was doing I can't remember what it was. I don't know if, again, my dad was watching his own movie or something. I can't remember. Or maybe, oh no, it wasn't that. It was actually during a time when, I was part of this vocational group. I talked about this before. The summer vocational group that juniors and seniors would take part in. Juniors that were becoming seniors, and then seniors that were, becoming college students or something like that. We took part in all that. Well, actually, it was the other way around. It was sophomores and juniors and everything. It was sophomores becoming juniors, juniors becoming seniors, kind of giving you an idea of what it would be like living in a dorm or living with people in a dorm. And I was part of the program, and one of the things they would do on the weekend is if we decided to stay there on the weekend, is they would take us on these little trips around town to shop and get things and all that, and go see movies, because we had these little mini jobs in between to kind of, like I say, give us an idea of what we would be doing after high school. So I remember one time we went to go see a movie, and I think I think honestly one year we had to go see the movie all together, and then another year we got to see movies of our choosing. And I remember just going to see one movie, and then it was over, and then I decided to wait, and while I was waiting for everybody else, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go sneak into another theater, because this was at a time when obviously they didn't care whether or not you snuck into another theater or not to see a movie without paying for it. And I remember sneaking in and watching Batman Forever. Well, not Batman Forever, but Batman and Robin. And I enjoyed it, despite how people might feel about it. But yeah, I remember doing that. I remember it was around, I think, 92. I don't know if it was 89 or 92. I remember it was basically my third to last Halloween trick-or-treating. And I think I was like 92. I think I was like 13. I was 13. I don't know. Again, I don't know if I did it when I was 10 years old, or I was 13, one of the two. And I remember going as Batman one year. My mom bought me this very rubber, movie-like Batman mask to put on, and she also colored my eyes dark as well, so that I would have the illusion that I was, Batman. And that's how I went one year. But yeah, I've been a Batman fan for a long time, and obviously, like anybody else, finding out that the '89 Batman, Michael Keaton, was coming back for The Flash, it's gotten everybody hyped. And then obviously, word going around about, who the Batman is at the end of the Flash movie and everything. That's really gotten people talking, because that Batman is associated with, the fourth Batman film of the 80s to mid 90s foursome, and the probably considered one of the more cartoony live action Batman movies that they've done. So to have his Batman show up at the end, according to what people are saying, if you want to believe them, it's quite surprising. It really is. But again, that's depending on what you want to believe. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but that's hearsay in the eyes of a lot of folks, because they're like, yeah, well, that's what you say, but maybe you're just making that up and all that. But again, words going around. You can't go on the internet or anything without hearing that. But yeah, I grew up on Batman to the point that I was Batman for 1 year for Halloween. I was. But anyway, again, in closing, I want to give a shout out to Irate Gamer Chris Bowers for inspiration to do this based on his Batman serial video he did. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are. What are your memories of Batman growing up? What collectibles of Batman do you have outside of the ones I've shown you, from figures to Hot Wheels to Hollywood Ride, Jada diecast cars? What is part of your collection? I mean, I do have Batman comics. It's obvious. I mean, I have the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel, the trade paperback and everything. And I also have the Batman Spider-Man crossover that you can, obviously you look online, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I said, I've always been a fan and always will stay a fan for as long as I can and everything. But yeah, again, shout out to, Irate Gamer Chris Bowers for inspiring me to do this. And again, guys, give me your thoughts overall. Live chat during the premiere. Super chats will be open during the live chat if you want to help donate that way. I'll put that in the description for you guys to look at. And super thanks afterwards, after the premiere is done and everything, as well as, check out my Teespring store. I have a new 15-year celebration mug and tees, tank tops, if you will, that you guys can check out there to celebrate 15 years of me being here on YouTube. But yeah, guys, give me your thoughts. What are your memories on Batman? Again, what things do you have that I've mentioned and shown you that you have in your collection, and what do you not? Love to hear from each and every one of you on that. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Take care. God bless. Have a good